Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. So, I kind of want to get the tower.
You're
'cause
on a path.
I know
in
that
the woods.
exists. Okay.
You make your way up.
See to the cabin? So we have to, like...
The
Stair.
interior of the cabin is...
Take the
You take
blade.
the...
Enter the basement.
The door to the base... Good. You're still listening to reason.
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you?
She makes a compelling point. What if
Why
we
don't I-
just...
Done all this? I think tighten your grip,
You ignore
right?
the trembling in your hand.
Not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squint.
You stare at the princess.
Squint, at the
squint
princess.
even...
Hang on a minute. We didn't have this choice, did we?
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an
I wonder if we can't do
unceremonious-
ones that we've already done. That would make sense.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Yes, it's time to talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
I don't know if we will, because she's
So
gonna
here
kill
we
us.
are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I don't remember this, so this might be different.
Don't just tell her that.
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Do I believe it?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No. They haven't told me anything. I don't know who they are, too. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them.
They haven't told you anything.
Just remain
have
silent.
they? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Oh no. Is it?
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Maybe they don't know why.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Maybe we've just gone down that road many
She
a
has a
time.
point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Exactly. You could say whatever you want, and I don't really care.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
Do I trust you?
She's wrong.
Do we
This
need
isn't about
trust?
This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
Throw that in there, maybe we'll not like her that much. Okay. How long have you been here? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Yeah, but what is your name?
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
A relationship be
Don't
coming
jump
on
to
to
any
me?
weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Oh, you sly dog.
Too long.
Yes, how long have you been here? Chained up. What have you been eating? How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then.
Nope. I
I'm
got
sure
a
there's a
knife.
key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting,
She wants her
right?
arm cut off again?
She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, have
We've
you
talked
decided
enough.
what to do with me?
God, she's like a royal. She's like arrogant.
You know why you're here.
I don't like it. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
Oh, you have to be kidding.
This is where she stabs me, isn't it? We just got more content.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just
Maybe
left
there
the
wasn't
key to
even
her
a key.
chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe it's not locked. Maybe it's like, you know, welded on, bolted on. And if there isn't a key, do you have any idea? It's beside me. Can you out of here? I'm gonna check upstairs.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door,
Try the door.
but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the
Yeah,
princess.
this is
and you
similar
won't
to what
leave
we had
until the
before.
task. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were
Well, now we're
supposed
trapped
to.
in here. And probably you gotta be trapped in here with a ghost.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam.
Yep.
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, I'm kinda locked in here with you. Kinda sucks. There's no food. Just a knife.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Well, you're still trapped. Okay, save the princess.
Against your better judgment,
We've done this
you
before,
place the
right?
blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it.
Jesus.
Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she
It's
isn't
similar
even
to the
bothered
other
by
one,
it.
except the other one she was like all kind of cutesy, and now she's like fierce.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Raise the blade.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Okay, so,
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
yep, gotta warn you.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out
Stop
of here
resisted.
alive.
Slay, resist, of course.
The blade. Move.
So we can't actually slay the princess.
Blade.
So maybe, like they said, there are no wrong answers. It's just kind of whichever ones you choose.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
and then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Damn.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Doesn't give a shit.
This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Okay. Chapter 2, The Prisoner. Again, this is a different chapter than we got last time.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
See to the cabin. See who we got.
A warning. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
Yep.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
So, yeah, we don't believe... But it's a new area, which is good. New person, new voice.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon.
Yeah, it's a
A few
dungeon.
pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls.
I'm not going to pick up
and
the
thick, wrought iron
blade.
bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
It's kind of a shit table. Like, what do you got? It's more of a bench. Couldn't put anything. Are you eating some grapes or some whatever? Playing dice? It's just got to fall right through.
The blade is your
horrible.
implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah. Approach the
You
mirror.
walk up to the wall next. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Clean the mirror.
Reach forward
It's
and
not
rub
there
your
again.
hand against the cap. But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Okay, so this
Are you sure? What if she... I don't know...
turns it against us.
turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here.
Right,
She'll
so
only
we
be able to turn
can't
it
not
against
take...
you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
So we can't not take the knife.
Okay.
Hey, I don't get to say here.
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take wonderful. You do exactly that.
Okay, we take the
sweeping
knife as we
from the
go.
table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
We're going to use it.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
Down another
The
staircase.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone
Similar to what we've
staircase.
seen before.
A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Yes, well, slaying her does us all a favour,
Her
doesn't
voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
it? I'm sure it has.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
I didn't even get a talk.
You walk down the stairs and lock
wow,
eyes with the
she's,
princess. She looks up at you, the
covered
heavy
in
collar around her neck
chains.
clanking loudly as she moves.
Because she
The
broke out
chains
last time, I
binding both
guess.
her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
It's gotta be hard to stab her in the heart with all that metal there. Come on.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Yeah.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Oh, so you know what I'm going to do. I'm not sure I need to do much. Okay, sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
That's enough.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
They're like a crown and it's like chains as well now.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
I don't like this thing here. I wonder if it's gonna chain me up.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here
Oh?
before.
Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
She said it's a game. Oh my god, this is a theory.
So you've already been here.
Yep.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Didn't work like that.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously.
I mean, we
And you
slayed her
being
on
here
the
means
first
things are going to
round,
be
right?
A lot harder than they were.
And then you
I
gave
really
us
shouldn't say anything else. I'm
just
just going to
nothing.
make it worse.
happiness, so we
Just good luck.
unalived ourselves.
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably.
I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even.
Fair enough. I mean, if we know and we change, then we might stuff up.
Maybe
Who
I
knows?
wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Fair enough.
That's pathetic.
Calm down, dude.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before.
But
Seems
not
like
all
we
the
should count
times
ourselves
before.
lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
She's just sitting here as I stare at her while I talk to myself.
The more I
Very
say,
weird.
the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Fine, but you won't get another
Skeptic
word from me on the
is
matter.
very skeptical.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
I'm just talking to myself and myself and myself. You were asked about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by this?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Okay.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
Just saying that is suspicious.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why.
This
or
is the
how.
last time we'll be in the loop. Maybe second last time.
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the
Yeah,
world.
it kind of is made for me though, right?
Let me
What would you
borrow
have
that
me do?
knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
What are you gonna do?
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Oh please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In
You
case
can
you
beat
need
her
to
with
hear a
the,
voice of reason,
you know,
it would
these
obviously
chains.
be
They're quite
unwise to
heavy.
give away your only weapon.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
True.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons.
So we
If
needed
you're
the
handing
weapon to
her your
come
weapon,
down here.
The cons are
Which
that
means-
she might use it to escape and end the entire world.
We should give it to
And
her,
she
right?
might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
There are some
The
pros.
pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
You were asking about my intentions. Get you out of there. Okay, fuck it. Give her the knife.
Slide it over.
Sure.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? Oh, already tried to take over your body.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you?
We have forced our hand before.
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick
She
it
gotta
up.
try and pick the lock or something?
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat.
Okay.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No!
Watch in silence.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, her smile unwavering as she
Damn.
soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
That is a
I'll be damned.
horrible sound.
Actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her
What?
eye twitches.
She's dead now.
There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens.
Okay.
The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It
So she
bounces
cut
a
her
few
head
times
off.
before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Not the same as we killed her.
Oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world!
Congratulations!
Are you sure she's not winking at us?
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased.
Is she though?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
Like the severed head?
No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
I mean,
You don't
Yeah.
need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
So if we take her body out past the threshold, I wonder if that still counts as it.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Take the princess with you.
Ugh,
Yoink.
fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
You did. This moved a little bit.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Her eye is definitely winking, right?
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Gotcha.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... Over? Is he gone?
Yep.
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Yeah. Luckily, I was thinking 4 steps ahead.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
No, it's cold because you're going to get stolen. Yep. Goodbye. You get a chance to respond.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Just approach the mirror. Gaze at your reflection. What do we look like? Silence as you reach forward. You are nothing at all. We don't exist. Wait. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and you see a figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. It's like a crow man. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
You're the narrator. Okay. Crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Then another crack forms in another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So, you're a narrator. You're the narrator. I was wondering if you'd ever get to see...
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
A lot. It's just kind of like a weird crow demon. What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you.
Nope.
I am an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Interesting. Will it help if I stop asking questions? Okay, shit. There's a lot of questions to ask, and I don't think we have a lot of questions left. What does the princess you make her
the
to?
shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you.
Interesting.
This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Let's just save that. Just in case we need to come back and get a different ending. If I destroy her, won't I be alone? Oh my god, there's so many of these. People out there beyond the wall. The construct, do they know about this?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
Okay, if I destroy her, won't I be alone?
Yes, you will. But it will all be worth it.
That sounds like shit. Everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Yeah, how do you know?
Of course there won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real. Anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
Others, like you've said something like this before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon.
I don't believe you, though.
And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Can't we just will her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore. And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything.
I mean, we did do a
That's
few
why I had
weird
to
things.
die.
I don't work the way of a living being, not anymore. Am I not a living being?
You
Never were.
are the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Interesting.
For a time, this construct could help you approximate being alive, confining your mind to a single reality. But you've experienced far too many lives for it to work much longer.
We have 2 more questions. Why would you want to rid the world
If
of
you need
death?
to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
I guess, but doesn't everything need to die? I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I still have to think about what she thinks about all this.
I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Goodbye, narrator.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
On a fragment of glass shatters, and you see yourself with a newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, vast and nascent God. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this as you proceed to the cabin one last time. You arrive at the heart of all things. There is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. Why? Okay. Interesting.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
I don't like what's happening here.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Okay. Do you know about the Echo?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
True. I am the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot
My
be
death?
captured.
Or like silence?
They call me the shifting mound,
I
a
don't know what that
pale
means.
imitation of what I actually am.
What of transformation? What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Sure. Everything's woven into my nature. I don't think I had a lot of choices with this game.
When the Echo spun
I'll say
us
that's a
from
bad
one
thing.
into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I'm going to liberate. So many stories that we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Okay, don't you have a say in all of this? Why is it falling on me? Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions. If I let you out, the entire world ends for good. I can't allow that. You were always going to become this. Then what's the point of me doing anything? Has to be another way. It can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I told you that it was going to happen when we reached this point. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave. Where to go?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. Fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. Feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled, bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You feel the grass of the construct pressing into you. The glass, sorry. Confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not
I
yield.
love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Got some color. You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you always will be. And though through conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Slay the princess. Bunch of different choices, shifting mounds, maybe kind of cool. So, yeah, that was Slay the Princess. I don't know if we actually finished. As an expression of gratitude, here's the track for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take the screenshot, you can hide the URL by hitting H. I didn't know that, so Discord. Other games, return to the main menu. So yeah, that was Slay the Princess. But I would like to know what happens if we kill her.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it. To question everything is to deny proof of the reality that lies in front of you.
This me?
To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever.
Why are you so loud?
But you did not live alone. You found me, and we held trust in each other for no reason than to believe in something that wasn't us. Cold skepticism turned to liberation, but it required a journey to blossom.
So these are all, is this going to go through all the people that I saved? So we might get a different
Though you have blossomed,
ending?
do you have no more journeys left to make? What of those in the spaces beyond? Would you erase the path ahead to hold everyone still?
Path is just a metaphor. I want to protect them. I don't want to keep anyone still. Why does the path matter if it always ends? I won't engage with this. I won't enrage. The path is just a metaphor. I want to protect them.
And that is what I want too. To protect them from the horrors of an eternity without me. The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. A past that is also present. A pain that is everything and yet nothing at all. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end.
With skepticism, fear, and anger. We do have love, and whatever the ghost one was, so maybe we got a good ending, maybe we didn't.
Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
I do. Yes, I do. I was meaningless. Neither of us could ever truly win. It was unnecessary. We could have worked together to build something better. We didn't have to hurt each other. To fight early and surrender. It was unnecessary. We could have worked together to build something better.
But for us, that was better. For me, there was no better end. I lost myself in an artistry so profound that it lifted both of us into something greater. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another,
yeah,
and
she
another.
stabbed me a load
Do
of
I
time.
miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
Yeah, you kind of like bit to the left.
But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Defined by emotion, we both know. That feeling never left me.
Then there's no need for you to fight what we are.
Always
Whenever
the
you're
same.
ready, we can leave together.
And leave not with you, not until until you see things from my
If
perspective.
you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world.
Oh no, it's the
There are
creepy
few
lady.
things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you.
Okay, so
Could
what
you
is
dare
this?
the
Fear?
weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Thank you for sharing yourself with me. I wish I could share my heart with you. Showed me your heart to break me. It's a terrible thing to see. If that is what it takes to rid the world of death, I could bear solitude.
Your certainty is an illusion of passion and reflex.
I guess we're getting rid of
You
death now,
won't
boys.
know what solitude truly is unless you sentence yourself to it forever. A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers, cold as the grave, dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they do not return it. I offer you a path to your redemption, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free.
I just helped you out.
Without sin, there is no redemption.
But without redemption, there can be no sin.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all.
As the clash between you abates, the princess relaxes, smiling from a distance. Respite is welcome.
Are you still committed to my destruction? Or has your resolve started to waver?
We're in it for the long haul.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center.
But we can make a constant. We can make a center.
You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Yes, it is a prison, isn't it? Easy to believe in things you believe in when you are about to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all.
Constantly.
Weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Also a tapestry of death. I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? Can't let that happen. Can't let everything die. I have to fight for a better world, I'm sorry. You are cruelty itself, I cannot let you exist. I won't kill you? Okay. Have another save. Page 3. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry.
Then try to destroy me if you can. But I will not yield easily to your delusion.
I created you. I can unmake you.
Face her alone.
Oh, the hero is here. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
I have no idea how good it is to hear you. Where's everyone
They're
else?
still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
It's time to get stabbed.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's
Okay.
go.
I'm ready. Let's go. Is this all the different
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Oh look, there's all the princesses
Do
outside.
you need me to describe things?
I'd like that for old time's sake. It's just you and me. Did anyone else make it to the
It's just
cabin?
us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
Fair enough. The narrator really good.
It's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Oh, poor narrator. So stands.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, old time's sake.
The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he? There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
Yeah, we kind of broke that
And
mirror.
I know I've already mentioned it, but if we want to see this through, we're going to need that blade.
Okay, it's time to pick up the plate.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Don't actually know how about
Yeah, it's
him.
complicated.
Feel him being
Put
gone.
us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Into the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
We both know why you're here. You don't have to draw it out for my sake.
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue down the
we
stairs.
go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there
Oh,
you
you're
are,
free, huh?
knife in hand. That sight brings me back. You're going to do it then, aren't you? You're really going to kill me.
Yep.
You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Sit with her. I don't want to be a god.
Honestly, me neither.
You the same as you are out
No.
there?
I feel like I'm myself again.
I only wanted to say that you out there. It's easier to want to kill an abstract concept than it is a person.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
Hmm.
Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
So basically, that's a soft reset.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? You continue to exist. Don't they continue to die
Fixing
and
that is
suffer?
on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them. That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
We're going to find ourselves back here
But
eventually.
if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
It's true, we could.
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
If we have done it before, then how do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and hurt you? If I kill you, if I let you bring about the end of
Who
everything.
cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I still like you.
Oh my
And if
god,
you're
it's a
hesitating, then
romance
you
novel
must
now.
still like me too.
I decided to do this every single time. Eventually, something going to be different. What if we change our mind? Want to be alone? Is there another way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me or I use it to put things back.
Take it all back. This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time forever. Eventually something is going to be different. Or if we change our minds.
If we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Sorry, but I can't do that.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
We finally slayed her. You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is small a weight that sits in the border of your heart. Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of each other. By destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed the part of yourself. The world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
Gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter. We don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
Leave the cabin. Leave the basement behind. The stairs. You leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
Path and woods outside are empty canvases. There is even more to see beyond this place. Fruits of your labor, the world free from death. Set yourself free. Body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation. You feel sensation in limbs one can fathom. Everything is here as you. Your wings spanning a cosmic scale, and twisting and crumpling, bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. Feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, finding you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
Gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom. All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lie an endless expanse of absolute reality. New absolute reality, one forged by your will, and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hands countless times. There will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules.
Yeah. So,
This is
killing her
no more
started
hunting,
the universe
no more
up
running.
again?
Just absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him? The whispering and the
Yeah, we
coercion,
started with the
bickering.
narrator.
Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't very hard.
Speak for yourself.
We kind of got to both endings by doing the same run. Now, there's obviously other voices that we haven't encountered, so there's obviously other forms of the princess that we haven't seen, so
Well, boys,
that's
how does it
interesting.
feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now. I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable. Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
we can do that. And that is the end of Slay the Princess number 2. Or ending number 2, I should say. So this is Long Quiet. Turn to the main menu. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. That was Slay the Princess. My thoughts on it was, it's a very interesting visual novel. It's especially the whole different voices, fully voice acting is really cool. Jonathan Sims, I really like him in his Magnus Archive stuff. At least I think that's the right guy. So yeah, he was really nice to have multiple different personalities with the different voices he played, and the same with the voice actor for the princess. She was in multiple different characters creation just by different voices, so that was really cool. I did like the art style. It's kind of, it looked a little bit simple, but it works for the game. It kind of like this scratchy look. That's really cool. About the game, now the options to have no wrong choices, as the game says at the start, where eventually you'll get to the end. I think that's kind of, I think that was a good idea, because, you know, more and more people, you know, will finish the game. If this was just an actual like visual novel where you had to go click the right things in order, otherwise you get a bad ending or a good ending. Yeah, just having it so stuff was crossed out, really good. So yeah, that's the end of it. There are definitely more and more versions of the princess that you guys can go see for yourself, make different choices and experience a different game. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.